with it. I think that's a mistake that we've made in the past is looking ahead to things, and we're just trying to win every single day and focus on ourselves. And if we do that, then we're going to be a tough team to beat come the end of November.
I know that Greg Madison was one of your recruiters to Michigan. Just what's your relationship like with him, and kind of what's it like to see him go to Ohio State?
Yeah, he was very special to me. He and I started talking my sophomore year of high school, and he really recruited me to Michigan. He's a great man. He's helped me in more ways than I know. I talked about this one a couple months ago with you guys. So like I said, I'm never going to say anything bad about Coach Madison, but it does suck to see him leave, and it does hurt. But I'll never say anything bad about him because he's done so much for me that not many people really know. So, but like I said before, yeah, I do want to beat him at the end of November.
Were you recruited?
He had the hat on. I've been here for both days.
Yeah.
All the other coaches had their hat on, okay?
Yeah.
Coach Harbaugh had the Michigan hat on. What's it like playing for Coach Harbaugh with that intensity? Sorry to be up so close. The mold box is.
You're fine. No worries. Yeah, it's an experience every single day. You know what you're getting, but it still is unexpected. He'll hit you with a line or something like that out of left field that you won't know. But he's an intense guy. Does an outstanding job coaching. I love playing for him. Love the man, and it's something that's I'm very proud to say that I was able to play for him.
Follow-up question. I talked to about the assistant coaches, and he actually went on about 10 minutes about the assistant coaches.
Yep.
Just loves them, loves the players, assistant coaches. What's it like for you? Because you're not interacting with the head coach all the time, and you talk about coaches leaving and stuff, but what's it like for you to have these assistant coaches working with you all throughout your career?
Yeah, it's very special. Having Coach Warner, the journey that he and I have had together in our lives. It's just been it's come full circle now with him here at Michigan, coaching me. But no, it's phenomenal in the offensive line room. With all the talent that we have in the coaching end, and just looking around the building, we have Coach Zordich, and defense, Coach Brown obviously speaks for himself. Coach knew all the defensive coaches, all the offensive coaches that we have. There's just so much talent in the coaching areas at Michigan that, and it's a credit to Coach Harbaugh for bringing everybody in. But yeah, you learn something new from each and every one of them. I don't play defensive back. I never will play defensive back, but I've still learned a lot from Coach Z. Just chopping it up, talking. Just about life, what his life was like in the NFL, what his life was like at Penn State, things like that. It's just the relationships that you get with these guys. It's you can't measure that.
What's Shea's demeanor been like this summer?
Yeah, he's been. He's been in control. He's taken over and he's doing a really good job. He's being a lot more assertive, so it's good to see.
In what way more assertive?
Just more. I guess I would say acting like the starting quarterback a little bit more, acting like he ran the team last year, a little bit more than last year. It's been great to see. He's done a great job, and the entire team respects him and is going to follow him no matter what.
Do you think that's a function of being maybe more comfortable with this?
I think it was. I think it's not only that. I think it's being more comfortable around the guy. It's not being the new guy. Having him be there for a while.
Ben, are you?
It's not turning green.
Ben, are you guys really going full hog into the RPOs and experience on the install?
Yeah. It's different. It's definitely different than what we've been doing before. I love it though. I really do. As an offensive lineman, I was very skeptical, at first of what was going on, but I've fallen fully into this. I love Coach Gaddis's offense. I love the way it works. Love the way you can get playmakers the ball at any given play, no matter what's called. So I'm fully on board with this. I think I speak for the entire O-line and offense when I say that we're all behind them. So
you guys haven't lined up, according to one analytic, you guys haven't lined up at 4 wide since 2017. Can we expect to see some more of that this year?
I'm sure you will. That's a new stat to me. I didn't know that one, but I'm sure that's going to happen at some point.
Ben, why were you skeptical at first?
I just didn't know, because the people that we had, I didn't know how a spread was going to work. Obviously, it was fully into it. I had ran the version of this in high school, but that doesn't really matter. but I just didn't know how everything was going to fit at first. And then going through spring ball, the personnel that we have fits this offense perfectly, and it's ideal. And we really run it at an elite level so far throughout spring, and I think it's only going to get better through the summer and into August.
How much did Ed Warner, having that 1 year with him in his own concepts, how much did that kind of help ease that transition into
It helped a lot, having that jump start on it. We really didn't have to change a whole lot in the offensive line room. We had obviously new play names and different calls and stuff, but the basics and the fundamentals were also the same, so that was a big jump for us.
Ben, I know it's not directly related to you guys, but on the kickoff luncheon, Casey O'Brien was a keynote speaker. What were some of the takeaways?
What was that, sorry?
From the kickoff luncheon.
Yeah.
The keynote speaker was Casey O'Brien.
Yes.
What were some of the takeaways?
Yeah, Casey's story, obviously, I've never heard it before, but it's something that really blew me away. And he touched on it a lot, the brotherhood of the Big Ten and everyone sticking together. Yeah, we fight with each other every single week for 4 years, but after that, it's kind of a bigger thing than just us. So he hit that, but the story that he showed of the toughness and fighting the cancer over and over again, it shows his toughness. But like I said before, when he hits on that, the honor it is to play in the Big Ten, it is an honor, and I'm happy that he's doing well now in the spirit of the brotherhood of the Big Ten, and just wish him the best. But that speech was incredible. I think everybody was moved by it in the entire room.
Imagine what's it been like to be a returning captain. It hasn't been a while, and then also the senior class. You guys are the first class that's fully Harbaugh recruited players. I guess what has that been like, kind of formulating the identity for the team a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's a different identity than we've had in years past. Like what you said, having a full Harbaugh class in there. Everybody knows what's expected now. There's no excuses about different ways, the old ways or anything like that. Everybody knows what's expected, what we were brought here to do, and I think we're ready for it. The senior class that I'm lucky enough to be a part of. We've been at this now. It's going on our 4th year, and we've seen the ups and we've seen the downs of the last few years. So we're trying to leave at the highest note possible and just give this program what it needs, and that's a championship. So.
How are you guys dealing with the expectations of what everyone thinks you can do?
Yeah, we just try to focus on ourselves, really. When you look around the room at the talent that we have, at the guys that we have, at the coaches that we have, you'd be hard pressed to find a team that could, beat us on paper. So it's going to take us screwing up ourselves, I think, to get beat, and so that's why we're just focused on ourselves, trying to win every single day and focus on what we can do to get better, what we can do to improve, not focus on how to beat anybody else. As long as we can focus on ourselves, and we should be all right.
You guys had sort of a rough ending last year to the season. How has that motivated you to come back stronger than ever, and the whole team for that matter too?
Yeah, at least a taste in your mouth that you're always gonna have until the next season comes around. Dropping the game against Ohio State and then losing the bowl game, it never goes well. But we're just doing what we can and making sure that, like I said before, we're just focusing on ourselves and working that into next year so that never happens again.
Ben, with the running back situation still kind of up in the air, how has an experienced offensive line really helped Christian and True and Zach? I think what the best part of that is if you have such an experienced offensive line like that can move people around, it can make enough holes, it should be able to compensate for their not having the most experienced running backs, and it's just going to happen over time. You can only get experience by doing things, so the more reps we can get those guys in with us and seeing the holes and seeing how they're going to develop, it's only going to be better for everybody.
Jim Harbaugh said he really likes to watch Jalen Mayfield on the field, number 73. What are you seeing from him, and do you expect to see him on the field quite a bit this year?
I think Jalen's going to get a lot of significant time, whether that be a starter, whether that be a backup, he'll play a lot. He's a tremendous athlete, really a great athlete as an offensive lineman. He's very mobile, he's quick, he's strong.
he's working on his technique every single day. He's a guy that I definitely would. When we line up next to each other, it's not like I look over there and worry. I know Jalen's going to be fine. He does a great job, and he's only getting better.
How close is that right tackle?
It's very close. And that's just not like me trying to hide anything. It's genuinely something that's going to get solved during camp between him and Stuber. And once that happens, then we'll know from there. But not even anybody in the building knows right now. So.
Going back to last season, surprised that James Hudson left the program?
A little bit. I was sad to see him go. He was a good kid, good friend of mine. He left because that's what he felt he needed to do, and that's it's not my place to tell him if that's right or wrong. I was sad to see him go. We were getting close. He was a good kid, very talented, but I just hope he's doing well.
You said it was a mental health thing. You said you were a friend of his. Had he talked anything about mental health and how it just wasn't working?
No, I noticed. I know he's always been down just because he got moved from defense to offense, and kept struggling to learn the plays just because he kept getting moving. And I know he was getting a little bit frustrated with that. But once that was done, he never said anything to me. We weren't I wasn't his closest friend there. I was an offensive line mate. But I don't know. I'm not going to comment on if he had mental health issues or not. Just going to take his word. I've worked with the guy enough where I respect him. So if that's what he said, then that's good for me.